Hello and welcome to another episode of MCQs for Judiciary Exams. Let's begin. What is the maximum imprisonment for sexual intercourse by deceitful means under Section 69 of BNS? 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, or life imprisonment? The correct answer is option C, 10 years. Recently, in the Roopchand Shinde versus State of Maharashtra case, the Bombay High Court held that a false promise of marriage made with deceitful intent amounts to a misconception of fact that vitiates consent, upholding the accused's rape conviction. Section 69 of the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita states that whoever by deceitful means or by making promise to marry to a woman without any intention of fulfilling the same has sexual intercourse with her, such sexual intercourse not amounting to the offence of rape shall be punished with imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 10 years and shall also be liable to fine. Next, under Section 124 of BSA, who decides if a person is competent to testify? The prosecutor, the court, the police officer, or the witness themselves? The correct answer is option B, the court. Recently, in the state of Madhya Pradesh versus Balbir Singh case, the Supreme Court laid down the principles to be considered while recording the testimony of the child witness. Section 118 of the Indian Evidence Act 1872, now contained in Section 124 of the Bharatiya Sakshya Adhiniyam 2023, provides that all persons shall be competent to testify unless the court considers that they are prevented from understanding the questions put to them or from giving rational answers to these questions because of tender years, extreme old age, disease, whether of mind or any other cause of the same kind. Next, how much notice is required for a resolution to remove the speaker or deputy speaker? 7 days, 10 days, 14 days, or 21 days? The correct answer is option C, 14 days. Article 94 of the Constitution deals with the office of Speaker and Deputy Speaker. A resolution for the removal of the Speaker or Deputy Speaker must be preceded by 14 days notice. Next, what does Section 16 of the Hindu Marriage Act primarily deal with? Legitimacy of children, legalization of property, divorce and property rights, marriage registration process. The correct answer is option A, legitimacy of children. Section 16 of Hindu Marriage Act 1955 deals with the legitimacy of children of void and voidable marriages. Next, under Section 8 of the Arbitration and Conciliation Act 1966, the reference of parties to arbitration is mandatory, directory, discretionary, or none of these. The correct answer is option A, mandatory. Section 8 of the Arbitration and Conciliation Act 1966 deals with the power to refer parties to arbitration where there is an arbitration agreement. It states that a judicial authority before which an action is brought in a matter which is the subject of an arbitration agreement shall, if a party to the arbitration agreement or any person claiming through or under him so applies, not later than the date of submitting his first statement on the substance of the dispute, then, notwithstanding any judgment, decree or order of the Supreme Court or any court, refer the parties to arbitration unless it finds that prima facie no valid arbitration agreement exists. Now it's time for the practice question. In the compensation to be paid on breach of contract is the genius pre-estimate of the prospective damages. It is known as liquidated damages, unliquidated damages, special damages, or penalty. Send the answer of this question in the comment section. That's all for today. Thank you so much for watching.